Hello and welcome to Coffee and Crits. I'm your host, Aaron Washington. Here's my two co-hosts, Mike.
Woo! It's good to be here.
Woo.
Yes.
Nick.
Woo. Yeah, baby.
I don't like that.
Yeah, I can.
Introducing Nick. Try it again.
It's me, folks. How you doing?
Yeah, that's better. That's better. That's what we do here. Woo.
Yeah, woo. I mean, what's wrong with woo? And
Obviously, that was a very chaotic, neutral thing to do.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
That's what my
already.
character would do.
Yep. So that was my segue. Did you like how it segued into what we're talking about?
Yep, I think it's time for me to go.
All right. No, I think we covered
It's a very
everything.
true neutral thing of you to do. So we're going to be talking about alignment.
Yeah.
Yep, it's alignment. It's the thing that everyone thinks they know, and my opinions are right, and everyone's opinions are wrong.
Fair
Because
enough.
I am correct objectively.
So, I mean,
Okay,
are you correct objectively about alignment? So, you're the one we're listening to.
Yeah.
Okay, well, there we go.
You know that I have the perfect opinion about this because it's on YouTube. And YouTube means that my opinion is perfect and objective. Because they wouldn't let me put it up here unless it was fact checked.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah,
No, I
yeah. It's just the way it goes.
Can't argue that logic.
Okay, so let me explain what alignment is, I guess. So it's BS. No. So alignment.
So, we shouldn't run alignment. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, I like alignment. But here's the thing: alignment. It's so perceptive. Like it's like based on your own perspective, right? Like I can do an act and think it's one thing, and then you can do an act and think it's something else. So essentially, think of the base is the 3x3, right? Where everyone just memes heroes and villains and cards and stuff. So you have the top left is lawful good, and the bottom right is chaotic evil.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have.
I don't know if you got that right, Aaron. It's really
Lawful
chaotic, stupid, and lawful dumb.
Mike, go home.
I'm really mad because I started to think, like, did I get it?
No, you were right.
Nope,
Mike's just being a turd.
Yeah, Mike's just chaotic neutral.
I'll be here the whole show.
Chaotic
all
neutral
right.
Mike. So essentially, it was like made so like you knew where your like kind of character fell as far as like their moral compass and their codes and how they reflected the law. I saw a video once that reflected like the idea of law and chaos was like more like order and like the natural way things should be, kind of like that deal.
Oh, okay.
Like law was like the law that like men and intelligent beings put into place, where chaos was more like primeval, like kind of more just what happens naturally.
Yeah, raw nature.
So like the law and chaos was actually like established law versus like nature's law, which I thought was a really cool perspective to put it.
It's actually
that's pretty cool. Yeah.
Idea.
Yeah. But like most time when people think law and chaos, or when we talk about it a lot, we're talking about more like the game's laws, as in the kingdom or area's laws, right?
I always viewed it as like
or moral
personal codes. Yes,
moral code, a compass.
Yeah,
because that can. Yeah. I can definitely see that. And then of course, chaotic means that you go against, almost thinking like you go against the norms.
That really comes that's like against order.
Yeah, against order, against the norms, against like what is established as what should be, or established against the status quo. That's I don't know.
Yeah, it's the opposite of the norm that fits within that particular society.
Yeah. When you think of chaotic.
Yeah.
So like a druid who doesn't like that could be considered chaotic.
Yes.
Or something. I'm going back to that law and nature thing. But anyway, no, that idea really, really stuck with me. And then, of course, you have good and evil, right? Yeah. Good is good, evil is evil. That's not
pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah, but
you would think that.
Yeah, but once we put it in like those boxes, it's crazy, right? Like it gets real complicated. Like people
overcomplicate it.
Or under.
Or under.
Right.
Absolutely.
So,
that's generally when people use it to do really crazy things in their life.
Yeah. So excuses to do things.
My character's chaotic evil, so I'd clearly turn down that food.
Yeah, and the thing is when you get to, like, for instance, monsters and their alignments, the alignment there is meant to kind of help you guide how the monster or creature should act, and how they should be role played. If it's a chaotic evil dragon per se, they're not going to sit down and have a conversation with the party.
Right.
They're just going to attack on sight because it is in their nature as per their alignment.
Yeah.
As well as the background of the creature itself.
Yeah.
But you're not going to find like a gold dragon who is lawful good. What do they do? I don't like that particular village. I'm going to ransack it and go home.
Yeah.
You know, that's not what they
But
do.
like, it's
Actually, you see that a lot with like the dark elves. And,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
or like like a lot of the drow who are loyal to Loth.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean,
'Cause
they have the chaotic evil, but they're also lawful evil in certain aspects.
Yes, very, very lawful. They have very stringent rules that they govern by.
And yet they're also sadistic. So.
Yes. So we know it kind of goes into the top left is lawful good, then the middle is neutral good, then chaotic good, then it's lawful neutral, true neutral, chaotic neutral, lawful evil, neutral evil, chaotic evil. Just
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I am pretty sure I did that.
That
correct.
sounds right. No, I'm not going to remember any of that.
Yeah, I mean, so let's.
I mean, there's going to be a test afterwards. So all you everybody watching,
yes.
there's
No,
going to be a test.
Yep.
know your alignment. So, you know what? Let's not do these in order. Let's do this. Nick, what's your favorite alignment to play?
To play? Oh, crap. Usually neutral good.
Neutral good.
Neutral good is the general one that I play. But neutral evil is like a close second.
Well, they are really close. The neutral aspect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just the acts in which they perform.
Yeah, and not to say that I don't play other ones. Like whenever I'm Crawless, I'm lawful good. Like that's it. But on average, neutral good's where I play at.
Neutral good. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's where you dance. Yeah. What about you, Mike?
I have to agree with neutral good. I just find it just an easier alignment to play overall because you're not chaotic. So you don't just do all, whatever you want.
Yes.
But you do have some leeway in what you can do. And
Yeah,
It's not
yeah,
like lawful
yeah.
good where you have to follow every law. So it's a nice alignment. So Aaron, what's yours?
My favorite is lawful evil. That is my favorite. I don't get to play it a lot,
Yeah.
but it is my favorite alignment.
That explains so much.
What the heck,
No,
man?
like, if I can play a game as a lawful evil character, I will. And a few games give me but I definitely look at what kind of game we're going to play before I make that kind of character.
Yeah.
Like in the Pathfinder game, I'm very lawful evil.
Yes.
Almost.
Absolutely.
Almost,
That was actually
definitely
what came to
evil.
mind.
Well, I say lawful because they bend the law. They know the law enough and they bend it and move it around. They use it, right?
That to me
It's
is what
like
lawful.
a weapon.
Well,
That
it
to
is
me
what
is what
lawful
lawful
is.
evil
Yeah,
is.
yeah,
Yeah.
They use the law to their advantage.
Yeah. She weaponizes the character weaponizes the law to further their own goals. Like they're not, and they want power, but they don't want to like just take it. They want it like appointed and
Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely.
So very much that's a very lawful evil character, and I don't get to do that a lot, but it's fun. It's fun when I get a chance. But lawful evil is not what I tend to play. I play a lot of lawful. I play more lawful good. I play a lot. Of
You do
lawful
play
good.
lawful good.
I play
yeah.
lawful
yeah,
good
you
a
do.
lot.
You do.
Like-
I don't know. I'd lean towards neutral good.
Well, it depends on the character. Are you
Yeah, I
thinking
guess it
about
depends.
Eldra? Because Eldra
Ultra is lawful evil.
Eldra's lawful evil.
Yes.
Oh my God, no. But
Wait.
yeah,
Hold on.
hold on.
He's lawful evil. Wait, he's lawful. You think he's lawful evil too?
no. I didn't say a word.
Yeah, but you look like you were. I saw you give him the like.
They gave me the nod.
He did. He
It's
did. He
the
100%.
unspoken rule here.
You did. You gave him a nod. Is he? You really think he's lawful evil?
No, I think he's a
I mean, he
good
does
person.
bad things. He does
He's a
bad
good
things. Okay.
person.
He does bad things for good reason
Oh, no.
to him.
That's very lawful evil of you.
It does very. I'm just saying.
Yo, I'm actually.
I do all these bad things, but I got good reasons for it.
Yeah.
Listen. He's in it for the species, ladies and gentlemen.
That's fair.
Like,
you know?
he is. Oh God, because he.
Well, see, the difference between lawful good is lawful good will make that sacrifice of like, even if it is a bad outcome, they will pay that cost.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They won't do what is wrong, even if it means having a better end.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
An elder absolutely will do the bad thing.
Lawful good, ride or die.
Yeah. I mean, we've played a lot of other characters. Have been a lot of other different things.
Well, chaotic neutral has been the most problematic alignment.
That's because
Chaotic neutral-
everybody does it.
Well, no. Chaotic neutral is the excuse.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody does it to.
I
can
did this
do what I
because
want.
I'm chaotic neutral, so I can do this bad thing this one time.
It's like
I've been a good person this whole game.
Yeah, well, generally because it's treated like a balance. If I can just balance my good and my evil tendencies, somehow I'll end up.
just like in the real world, right? You know, if I commit murder once, I'm okay as long as I do charity the next day, right?
But that's
No,
not really
that's not
what
how that
chaotic
works at
neutral
all.
is.
No.
in
No.
my opinion.
No.
I actually, there's certain alignments, especially if I'm running a certain game, that I just don't allow.
Yeah.
And oftentimes, chaotic neutral is one of those because it's technically made for like dryads and creatures of nature that
Well,
do
even
what they do.
dryads
because-
and them still veer on that true neutral spectrum.
Absolutely, you know, and then you get some of the fae like the Spriggan and the fairies. You know,
They are definitely-
they are
I could
chaotic,
definitely
but
say
you know, but that's hard to play. But for a creature, that's what they know, and it's a different mindset for them.
Yeah.
Where, as opposed to just I do what I want
Yeah.
because blah blah blah.
I think when it comes to players and we put them in alignments, I think it's all relative, right? Like,
Yeah.
we're relatively the closest alignment we can be.
I don't know. As a DM, I like to record players' alignments. I let players give me whatever alignment they want, but I write
Oh.
down whatever alignment they actually want.
God, yes.
Yeah,
God, yes.
no, you
I
got to keep
don't-
track of it.
I mean, player will tell me they're a thing, but I a lot of times will have a note what I think they are or how I feel they fall based on they've played during the game.
Absolutely, especially if you want to include things like spells that only work on certain alignments, or this trap will target you if you're
which
good.
definitely,
Magical items.
Yeah,
Yes,
definitely.
yes.
Older D&D geared to that more than the newer stuff. Newer stuff doesn't really hardcore alignment anymore. Even paladins are just O's.
Oh no, yeah, because originally you had to
Yeah.
be like you had to be lawful good. That was it.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
wanted to be a paladin, you had to be lawful good.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you just lost all your powers.
But to be fair, I do like the way they do it now a little bit because there's paladins of different orders. They have their own rules.
Yeah.
So as long as you follow those rules, you're technically being lawful
That's
to
actually
your
where,
code.
like Pathfinder 2nd Edition, we had like champions. They weren't paladins; they were called champions of their deities.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty
Right,
cool.
'cause, like-
that's pretty cool.
I definitely I would consider like Leviathan and
Ventress, yeah.
Ventress, right? They're
Yeah.
both they're definitely good. They're definitely good characters.
Chaotic good.
Yes. I think they're very. I think Ventress is more neutral
Yeah.
than Levy. I think Levy is very much more chaotic.
But he's also willing to relent to what Levy wants.
Yeah. I think that's
So
just
I'm
that's just,
kind of
that's just
allowing the
friendship.
behavior.
That's just
But
the
that's
power.
the friendship.
The power of the
allowing
true
this bad behavior.
the true alignment is friendship.
There you go. That's the
And it's the
alignment we all
friends we
strive
made
for.
along the way.
It's the center alignment. It's,
There you
it's the
go.
new one. It's right
Yeah.
smack dab in the center.
Yeah,
There you
friendship.
go.
It's just
Friendship.
a big F.
Yeah. Like,
Well, that doesn't sound good for an alignment. What's your alignment? F.
Yeah, no. Think about this.
F.
No. It draws down, and then it goes all the way across. See, little lines. It leaves the bad stuff on the corner.
there you go.
Friendship. That's what we do. We are we are masters of friendship. No, yeah, they're definitely like a chaotic pair. But they're also like a buddy cop, which makes it wide.
Oh, gotta love the buddy cop.
But okay, so I honestly cannot trust. Even though I said I like to play lawful evil, what's crazy is a lot of times there are very few people at a table I can trust to play that and not be a detriment to the party.
Yes.
It is very hard to do. I'm not saying I won't give a player a chance, but like the moment I feel like it's gonna make the party, it's gonna mess up the party, I just kind of like no.
Well, I hate the fact because it usually causes conflicts.
Right.
Unnecessary ones.
Unnecessary ones, yeah.
Because I don't like some conflicts can be good for the story because of conflict and problems and, the story arcs. But when it creates PvP scenarios where you have one side of the party that wants to kill the other side of the party, that's when it's just
yeah. I mean, you hear a lot of horror stories like when they do that kind of stuff. I keep going back to like essentially the only time my evil character has been a detriment to the party is when they were literally compelled to by a more evil book.
Yes.
That's the first time I've literally been in a detriment to the party.
I don't remember this.
It was before there was like a necromantic book, and Porcelain got controlled by that. She had to possess it by any means. So like the whole time I'm trying to dominate people, but everyone was just making their saves.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. Mostly Chris.
Literally, I was giving people like -4s and like -5s, and even one time a -8, and everyone passed. Even Pat's character, who has the lowest will save, got a natural 20 twice, and I'm like, yeah, this just isn't meant to be.
And then I feel as a DM when players use those spells.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, but like that was a whole separate thing. But other than that, I'm usually like very much. Well, I think when it comes to making a character like that, they have to be goal oriented enough to understand that the party and them are in a symbiotic relationship.
Was absolutely why I like lawful evil over, let's say, neutral evil or chaotic evil? Because lawful evil has a task or something that they want to accomplish, and so they're more likely to work with the party for that task, because it wouldn't make sense for them to die and the party to die because they need each other.
And here's the thing: just because you're an evil character doesn't mean you can't form bonds with the people you're partying with.
Most certainly.
Right.
Absolutely.
So you like absolutely have be friends. You don't have to stab them in the back.
You don't. Like, remember what was the game where I was Taliot, and there was a queen or princess we were working for, and I went out and burned some of the human cages so that the monsters would get distracted so that we could complete our actual goal. And he did that kind of stuff. That's why I didn't consider him lawful evil, because he was willing to do what needed to be done for the greater good, but he kind of took on the bad and did the bad things.
Because he felt like he had to.
He felt like he had to.
Yeah.
So
meanwhile, I was well. That scenario was very, very, very special because we were playing essentially revolutionaries.
Yes.
And my character was literally on the opposite end. Like there were things she absolutely would not do.
Yeah, and so it came to my character to do those things.
I was actually thinking of a game that me and Nick played in where I played a neutral evil character. Nick played a lawful evil character, and so I played an elf that hated humans, and so I worked with the orcs to overthrow the city, and then I worked with the party to reinstate the humans into the city.
Yeah. Isn't that the one where I ended up becoming subservient and I had the scissor sword?
Yeah,
that's the one.
But I mean, it's just me and Nick we were characters that just got along. We were friends. So like, despite how everything happened in the game,
so
that was so long ago.
I think it comes down to
10+ years ago.
The fact that alignment is not supposed to be a detriment to the game.
Yes,
it's just supposed to be something to help you
play
with the character.
Yeah.
It's not. Alignment should never take the place of what you think who your character is. If you know your character is this, and there are lines they don't cross, even if they're evil, then it's okay to have those lines. Or a good character who knows that they have a point, where they will fall. Like I think in Strahd, I think Cassius went down a spectrum. Like he literally fell from one end to another.
That's actually why I like Ravenloft
That's
a lot.
Called character development.
Because he
character conundrums.
Development too.
Because he very much.
Because
I almost think he was trying so hard to be what he didn't want to be that he very much was leaning very hard in lawful good as hard as possible, to the point where he just started slipping down.
Well, that's how it was. It was like Taylor's character that hated Strahd, and she wanted to be like this paladin, but I kept giving her these problems. Like, well, if she's completely lawful good, then she becomes a tyrant, which means she's no longer lawful good.
Yeah.
At least the path that she was traveling.
Yeah.
Yes, very much.
If you crush all evil with an iron fist, you're no longer lawful good because you're no longer showing mercy.
Yeah. Which is like, I think that was very much the concept between those two characters. Both of them wanted a better Barovia, but there were things that Cassius just wasn't willing to cross.
Yeah, and then she was like, I'm going to kill Strahd no matter what. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just going to remove him from power no matter what the consequences.
But see, that was very much a driving force because that character felt responsible. Being an heir of Strahd was like, this is my responsibility. Where for my character, what they really wanted was redemption.
Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, the sad part is you.
I didn't get it.
Yeah,
I did. I fell.
Well, when you tossed the
Yeah,
holy
you did.
symbol out, I was like, yeah, that's it.
That is. Yeah. No. He. Oh.
Welcome to being a blackguard.
It was Mike running Curse of Strahd.
It very much was Mike running Curse of
I
Strahd.
don't. What's wrong with that?
Dang you, Mike.
I mean, I loved
hell with
playing
you.
Cassius the whole time. The story was just magnificent, top tier, and having like I don't know, man. He kind of became like a real tragic hero in the end. Like
absolutely.
sitting on the throne.
Well, he fit Ravenloft like perfectly.
Yeah, by the end, he was a perfect match.
Yeah,
Nick's character was the only character that didn't fit Ravenloft. He was too happy.
What's wrong with Stout?
with mental issues.
With severe PTSD.
The pastries.
Those daggum pastries.
Funny enough,
Made of children.
I have a video. I have a video that
Dream pastries for sale.
I have a video that will come out before this. And the story videos I've been doing. And funny enough, the one I did for the ugly is about Trask.
No.
And I did mention your character and the way he talked was just the best.
Oh.
Especially when he talked about the dream pastries.
Oh my God.
That was like the best. Can you do the dream pastry? Can you do the voice, please? Can you do it right now?
You're talking about this voice right here. When I ate the dream pastry.
Yeah.
Every time I could be like, pastries fail. No, don't do that.
Yeah, I love that, bro. Like, oh man.
But yeah, Thrash
Every
was
character.
definitely something special.
Every character in that game was just gold. Like every single character everyone was playing was just full of story. And
And then there was one lump of
and-
coal.
and-
I'd say it was the characters that really made the game.
Yeah, but as far as like characters and alignments, where we had a lot of changes. Like I think very much Val's character was evil and became good.
She was a worshipper of Trendar, the Night Serpent, who wanted to like devour the world. So technically, she was a cultist.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
And so by the end of the game, her alignment actually shifted.
yeah, and not to
away
only
from
mention, she ended up like one of the most genuine people out of the group.
Yes.
Most certainly.
Yeah, which is it's just one of those things where alignment can be a thing that enhances a game, but it's not something because alignment is not an excuse to play a thing. We just play a character. I think that's what changes. Like
That
someone's
does.
like, I'm this alignment, so I'm gonna play this alignment and not play
your
the character.
character is not in alignment. Your character is a character that does things.
What are you talking
alignment
about?
is a description of your character.
A
Put myself
guideline.
on the chart. I have an alignment.
But no, absolutely. And some people, what they do is when they're making their characters, they're not making a character; they're building a statistic.
Yeah.
And when they build the
that's its own
stats and
separate
build the
issue.
numbers,
Yeah,
yeah.
Nick,
But
you're
then they
right.
go with the alignment, like, oh, if I play this alignment, I can do this, this, and this. Awesome.
Okay,
They've turned the
so-
alignment into that, and I'm just like,
All right, see, could you just open up another can of worms? All right, so
oh yes, I love. Worms.
I'm not saying I'm not gonna go on a rant, but I will say this.
Yes.
Don't build a character's stats to do a trick if you're playing D&D. They're like that's like game stuff.
Yeah.
Make an actual like character. Like I get, oh man, I love this class, but like if your whole world revolves around the thing and not the actual character itself, you're gonna have a bad character.
Well, that's how we ended up with really bizarre characters. Like I think I had like a half troll vampire that was raised by elves so that he could.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, this was real.
I had
That's
some player
real.
bring it to the table, and I'd sit there and read it because I was like, okay, I need you to explain this backstory to me.
It's like Hufflepuff is absurd.
Yeah, absurd.
Because he's like, oh, I need my troll regeneration and my vampire powers for extra strength, but I wanted to take this elf-only prestige class, so I had to be like raised by elves and.
See, that's too much. That's too much.
And at
I'm
that
already,
point,
I already
alignment-
kind of hate the character.
And at that point, alignment becomes moot because you've just built a number, not a
Yeah.
character.
Yeah.
And that to me sucks a little.
I wish
No,
I could remember the backstory. It was something so ridiculous.
I remember they wrote it out. They typed
They
it out.
did.
They typed it
Because
out.
I asked for it. I was
Yep.
like, hey, I need to see this.
Yeah,
But,
I need the Carfax.
Yeah, get the Carfax.
Okay, so in your opinion, what is the most wrong played? Is that the word I'm looking for?
Misplayed, maybe?
Misplayed. Thank you. Misplayed. Like, I don't know why when I went to say the word, my throat just said. I don't know if anyone heard that happen, but it literally died while I was talking, and I was like, I'm gonna try.
Well, that's it for Coffee and Crits.
I'm gonna try to cover it up.
We're gonna.
No.
I'm gonna pretend like it didn't happen, but it still did.
See you next time. Hopefully, Aaron will be okay.
Nah, man, we just keep going. That's how we do. We mess up. We just keep going here, because Anyway,
Yes.
back to,
Yes.
back to the thing. What is? Yes, I have a drink. Good man. We're at DeVita Studios. He's doing it for us. Almost said on the ones and twos, but here at DeVita Studios, and he just reminded me I have a drink I can use to fix this problem.
But
There it
Aaron,
is.
you don't have a coffee straw.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's weird. Because you guys are weird. Those are for stirring, not for sipping. Anyway,
I beg to differ, Aaron.
So, all right, Mike, since you're being cute
Okay,
over
yeah.
here, why
Yeah.
not, what's your
what's like?
most misplayed alignment?
What do you think is the most misplayed? alignment?
It's chaotic neutral. Going back to the line, people treat alignment like a line and not a craft generally. And so it's
Yeah.
like if I do this evil thing and I do this good things and somehow I end up being chaotic neutral. And I'm just like, not quite. If you do evil things, you go towards chaotic evil because it stays chaotic.
Yeah.
And it slides up towards good or evil based on your actions.
Yes.
Yeah. Nate, what you think, man?
Same exact thing, actually. And
uh-huh.
again, it's because so many people that I've seen who play it just use it as an excuse to do things that normally the party wouldn't do, or things like to try to give an excuse of, okay, I can do this bad thing to help get us the treasure, and then I can go back and do something else.
Right.
so
Like they're
I'm
not
good.
doing it for any. Like,
I think
real-
there's one person me and Mike have ever met.
That man was amazing.
That man could play chaotic
The
neutral.
man,
like
the
a
myth, the legend.
Logan
Ooh.
Holden, right? Mr. Logan over here, freaking playing the most phenomenal chaotic neutral I've ever seen, while maintaining congruency with the party, while keeping within the
well,
party.
he generally just did whatever his character felt like at any given point in time. Like his emotion, whatever he emotionally felt is what his character did.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
I wanted to, like he ended up like throwing a bowl of soup at some guy instead of like stabbing him with a dagger because he was just like
He was eating the bowl of soup.
he was
and
eating
the
a
guy
bowl of
got
soup, so he's like, it's in my hand, so I just toss it at him and then
Yeah.
mid combat, just mid combat.
And so it's just like, well, this is what my character feels like.
Yeah,
doing,
yeah,
so I'm
yeah.
going to do it. But he never did anything intentionally like evil.
detrimental. Or
Yeah.
evil, yeah. I think, for me, lawful good
It's very problematic.
is just
It's very
because
problematic.
there's a way, there's a right way, and I think there is lawful good, but it doesn't mean your character lacks empathy or understanding.
Absolutely.
Well, it goes back to what we were talking about, like with Ravenloft, because like if you don't show any mercy, then you're no longer lawful good either.
Yeah. It's one of those things like lawful good. Because I mean, I've played one of my first paladins, right? Like, I guess he'd be only lawful good in the Imperium of Man. You're like, oh, I burned the village down. When you mentioned that, I was like, you know what? My lawful good paladin burnt the village down.
Yeah.
And it was really cool because my DM at the time was like, okay, you lose your powers. Because my character was like, he had such a hard line in the sand of good and evil. It was so rigid that anything he thought was on the other side, like all evil is equal.
Yeah.
From pickpocketing to murder, it's all in the same category. Evil and sickness must be purged. You know what I mean? And it was really cool art for that character. And like the whole idea was he became that rigid because his father was a corrupt king.
Does that mean he wanted to like purge the corruption?
Yeah, but like his father was such a vile, evil man that he became rigidly the opposite direction. So like, you know, he's a chaotic NPC, so his scare like went, but he without reason, you know, and it was a really cool.
Okay.
But like lawful, like people who play it, like you said, like lawful stupid, or things like that.
Well, they usually going back to the chaotic evil. Well, you know, we can just do all these things. It's just for the sake of the greater
Dude,
good.
I don't even let people look at me and say I want to play a chaotic evil. Unless you're playing an evil campaign, I don't want to hear it.
Yeah,
like, I don't want to. I don't.
Technically, there's no reason. It is strictly reserved for monsters, in my opinion. Like if your character ever hits chaotic evil in my game, I feel like I have to take your character
100%.
sheet.
Like give it to me.
Yeah, like I'm not playing your character.
Like friggin' man, I played in an evil campaign, and this was a long time ago, and I opted to play a chaotic evil character, but I
feel like you really weren't as chaotic evil.
I wasn't, because I did what I was told.
Yeah, it makes you neutral.
By the rest of the party. So I thought,
neutral.
so like, what do you do? Oh, that guy bumped into me. All right, cool. Face gone. But like, if we were just walking through a town, we should burn this. Lysender, go burn this.
Yeah.
And so I would burn the town, but I was still following orders.
Yeah, it's
chaotic evil, definitely a creature. True neutral belongs to creatures, in my opinion.
True
and
neutral.
chaotic neutral belongs to creatures as well. I think those three are the ones that's just. Those are for nature.
Yeah. Yeah. I like.
For me, that's my opinion. That's it.
It's just super. It's super odd to me because like when I think of like when I think of people who like who come to like my table, like I don't mind people playing characters that are morally obscure, right? Like because not everyone's gonna follow the same rigid patterns.
Oh no, of course not.
I mean, even in the one campaign, like Taylor Playletter, she was an evil rogue. She was an evil rogue who hunts down Fae, who had a necklace of fairy wings.
Yeah, I remember that.
I'm pretty sure she's only played one good character.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not gonna mention like what happened.
She's gonna hound me about this later. I know it.
So.
She's gonna watch this and be like, "Mike, you said that."
Yeah. Wait. And I'm not even gonna mention the what happened with the succubus and the. We're not going to even talk about that because then we'd have to change the rating.
Yeah, definitely.
It was violence, by the way, not what you think. It was just pure violence.
Yeah, raw, unadulterated
violence. Yeah, by the three lady characters at my table, they were just so brutal. Everyone else was watching like,
what?
Yeah, that's murder. And then got mad at the guard.
That's super murder.
You guys need to... Do you know my brother's the king? I still have to take you in. You don't know what's going to happen to you. Good job, man.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yep.
Good job. Go home. You know, here's a vacation for having to deal with this.
Yep.
I don't know. Like, I don't. I know. I probably couldn't. I probably couldn't make. Neutral is really hard for me personally.
Neutral is a very difficult alignment to play. I find that most of the time when people play neutral, they never stay neutral.
No.
Yeah, it's hard to. Like,
or they play the balancing act again.
Yeah.
Well, neutral definitely favors more of a balancing act than chaotic neutral does.
Yeah.
Because if kind of like druids, and we'll say like gnolls. So druids obviously favor human civilizations, order and whatnot. So they're going to want to fight the gnolls. But at any point in time, it looks like the gnoll population is going to decline and gnolls are going to get wiped off the planet because the humans are now taking over all the lands. Well, then that means a true neutral druid will then favor the gnolls just for the sake of preserving their lives, even if they are evil.
Yeah.
Nature must remain.
I very
pure.
much
nature must remain in some sort of balance.
Like I was thinking about making a. This is a character I'm thinking about playing in a game. Was a druid. I want to play a druid, a young druid, whose home was destroyed by civilization, right? City comes in, starts to expand, his forest is destroyed. You know how like when they set the fires after they cut the trees down?
Oh yeah,
to put
like a clear cut. And
yeah. So like essentially they did the burning fire thing, right?
Yeah.
And so he has like the ashes of his home, and he becomes a wildfire druid.
Oh, that's actually.
Oh, that's really
cool
rad.
idea.
That's rad.
And it's the wildfire comes from the ashes of his forest, of his forest being burned or whatnot. And I think that would be he'd be a chaotic, as in he does not like the law. He does not like the law. He doesn't like civilization.
I feel like that makes sense for like a fire type druid would be chaotic. Fire is generally chaotic.
Yeah. I'm not necessarily,
but with a purpose.
Yeah, I'm not necessarily saying he'd be an evil character, but he definitely when it comes to things of like, you know, man's laws and things like that, he was like, those don't apply to me, you know.
Yeah.
In that sense.
I mean, going to like true neutral druids, they care very little necessarily about man's laws.
Yeah.
They recognize that it brings order, so they'll favor that, say, over.
Yeah. I can't. I wouldn't even know. See, that's what the problem is with alignment. Like, when I think of this character, I know that in certain situations he may fall under like a very chaotic neutral situation. But, you know, there's more. A person is more than an alignment. A character is more than that. It's kind of like when. Have you ever seen it when they put like superheroes or anime characters in those alignments, and then they argue like Batman? Like, you could literally argue him on multiple fronts.
Absolutely.
Because a character is more than one dimension.
Yeah, well, I think what it really comes down to is that characters will generally fluctuate between alignments.
Right. Yeah. And, you know,
it's a spectrum.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? We should make an alignment spectrum.
Probably
or some
should.
kind of blending weird thing. And just like a little slide. Like, where do we fall?
And it's also something that people, I don't think, factor in enough is actions and consequences. Like, what's the consequence of what you did, not only for your alignment, but for the others around you?
Yeah.
Because your alignment should also really, at least somewhat, affect your actions. And then the consequences that you do and how you deal with those consequences further reflect where you are on that spectrum.
Well, it is. Like, that's well said.
Yeah.
Perfectly said, man.
Thank you very much.
I think what we are trying to say when it comes to alignment is alignment's cool, and it's super fun to speculate where characters lie. I think it's super fun to just even talk about it in general.
Oh, it really is.
But the thing about alignment is it's not to help make your character. Your character makes the alignment. Who you are as a character is really the meat and potatoes of it, not where you fall in the boxes.
Absolutely.
Try not to focus on alignment.
Yeah.
Just play your character and alignment will sort itself
I mean,
out.
if something has to do with alignment, your DM will take care of you. And, you know, it's just, that's just what I would suggest.
Yeah, and don't use it as an excuse for bad player behavior.
100%.
Or, you know, this well, he's about this, but in the end, you know, you're really about that power game. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Definitely.
Or the advantage, you know.
Well, if I play Lawful Evil, then I can make a black card, which gives me additional powers to raise undead, so I can have 5 additional minions. So, I need this alignment. It's very important.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, just as you just told me, apparently Eldra is Lawful Evil, but he has lines. In fact, there's an ambulance. Is that an ambulance? You know what? Yeah. Okay. He has lines. Yeah. It's to pick up your bad play styles. Everyone. That's what they're here for.
It is. They're coming.
Oh my God.
It's time to wrap up. Good seeing everybody.
Got on your neck. What do you have on your pockets? What's in your pockets?
Where are the drugs? Where are the drugs?
You know what's in my pockets? All the stuff I stole because my character would do that.
Oh my God! You know what? You know what? Yep. We're gonna roll with it. Man, wouldn't it?
Heck yeah, man.
I'd be kind of scared if they actually. Are they coming for? Like, if they actually stop here, I need them to keep going.
No, they're going. Don't worry. They're
there.
Okay,
all
right. Woo!
Almost had us. They almost
I
had
was going to have
us.
to leave early. Whoa.
What's in your pockets?
Hey, we don't talk about what's in the pockets.
All this alignment talk, but yeah. Just focus on your character, and everything else will just kind of fall in line, right?
Absolutely.
Everything else will just kind of.
And again, if your alignment truly comes into play, your DM will do what they think is best. And if you don't agree with it, you can always talk about it.
Yep. In fact, we disagree about alignment constantly.
And, if you're going to talk about it, always talk about it outside the game. Don't waste game time talking about it.
Well, we're gonna do another game etiquette kind of social contract.
Everybody has to bring a thing of tea. It's very important.
Well,
mid-afternoon.
Wait. Social contract is what everyone kind of calls it, like the social contract or table etiquette, or whatever. But we'll get to that later. So today we all grabbed coffee at, what was that place called?
Phoenix Mart.
Yeah, but Phoenix Mart is essentially using Green Mountain.
Yes.
If you haven't noticed, like it all was Green Mountain stuff. Green Mountain. Wow. Well, I mean that makes sense because they come in waves.
Yes.
So Green Mountain.
No, you're good.
Yeah.
You're good. We stole this coffee.
So Nick, what is?
Whoa! I wasn't there for that. Is that what happened? I went to the bathroom when I came back. Wait, you stole this?
Yeah, I didn't pay for it at all. Yeah. So Nick,
yeah,
what'd you get, and what'd you end up getting?
I got the cafe mocha, and I didn't add anything to it. I just wanted to try it straight out of the
what
machine.
blend was it? Was it the breakfast?
It was the house blend. Actually, it was the house blend
cafe mocha. And what do we?
I even chose the right size for 20 ounces. So I got a good deal, and frankly, it was fantastic. Do you want me to give the number now?
Yes,
absolutely.
That's what this is for.
I'm gonna give it. You know what? Actually, that's a crit for me. That's a 20 because I was just drinking it. Like normally, I sip my coffee and all right. But this one, like, I went through it fast and I enjoyed it. So I'm gonna give this one a crit. That was wonderful.
Wow, it crits for you. Mike.
Well, I had the house blend latte. And the straw makes it taste better. I don't believe you didn't get one, but. I'm gonna give this a 10 for average.
No.
Yes, Nick. It was just average.
You fool. You could have chosen.
Okay, so I got the cappuccino, and when I originally picked it, I didn't select my cup size, so it wasn't enough. So then I had to brew a second smaller cup and then put it in there. So I don't know if that did something to the balance of my coffee, but it's going to get a 7 for me.
Oh, no.
A 7.
That's below average.
It's below average.
What if I'm just a little coffee bitch? Like, what if I don't know that I'm drinking bad coffee?
Let's look at Nick critting Nat 20 over there.
Oh my God, I feel so
he's
different.
Cheating.
I think he's cheating.
Yeah. Oh no.
Yeah. The studio also gives the coffee a 7.
Oh, no.
Yeah. You have a
Nick, have you been bought out? Are they paying you on the side?
He has a chaotic.
You know what?
Palette.
I think you guys are wrong, and I'm Phoenix right. So there.
All right. Well, guys,
objection.
I need you to stop right now. So, guys, we hope you listened. Continue to follow us on DM World 9029. You can also, if you want to support the channel, you can hit us up, like, subscribe, please share. Also, Strongbeard Gaming on Twitch.
Thank you so much for the plug. I play all the video games. I have a beard. I lift weights, and I like talking to people. So
does the beard lift the weights?
Yes,
yes, it does.
Okay.
It's actually a weight strap, naturally grown. So thank you very much for that, sir.
No, it's no problem. And I can't wait till we can start talking about Nightingale Chronicles.
One of these days.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm super excited for that. But anyway, listen, and remember, guys, the quest never ends. I did the make it so.